Welcome to the questionnaire.
Hope everybody will enjoy.
Are we recording?
Don't have questions.
On the questionnaire.
I just started.
The QUESTionaire podcast.
Paying strict attention. This incredible podcast.
The questionnaire.
Rated PG-13.
Hey, you know what I just realized is y'all out there in comic book land, I forgot to set up the thing where it's like me by myself on these lives, and I can do that whole little bit where it's like, I hate this. Man, look, we're trying not to swear at least the first 10 minutes of the show. Rosenberg. Man, if destruction be our lot, this is wonderful. Right here. See, I told you. Did you see what I said, Joe? As far as like, I tried to put it in camera and I started moving it this way because it was off angle and it ain't mirrored. Yeah. But yeah, I forgot. I got to add that other graphic, man. But it's only our second live. What's up? This is the questionnaire. Yeah, we got Joe Donohue in the house. My bad about that. Really. I need to learn that step. Whatever. We're still going to throw the comic. Oh, I didn't mean to hit that. Whatever. People get offended when I throw the comics. Did you know that, Joe? If that was one of your comics and you see me chuck it like that, would you be like, what the crap?
No, it's one of my comics, so probably not.
Whatever. All right. Hey, real quick, man, I want to touch on something. For anybody that wants to know what I'm talking about, go check out last time Joe was on the show. I'm not mentioning anything by name because apparently the horror gods do not want me to, nor do they want Joe to see what I'm referring to. So if you want to know what I'm referring to, go check out the last time Joe was on the show. It'll be really easy. I made it a running bit for probably way, 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 way longer than I should have. But in doing a couple things, I found out that apparently Fandango offers this, and like, I want to know, is that the ticket company that used to, you got movie tickets from, or is it the WWE wrestler? And how did either of them have the money to buy, like, what did you say, the Batubi? How did either of them have that money?
Voodoo. I don't know. No idea how any of them had the money.
I mean, I would believe Fandango the wrestler had that money before I would think Fandango, the company that used to sell movies. Come on, Joe. You tell me I'm wrong?
No, I agree with you. I don't know how the hell they did it.
That's yeah. The fact that I seen Fandango started giving me flashbacks of two things from the '90s, all at the same time, man. But that's not why we're here, man. We gotta get it. I wanted to kind of touch on something like we ain't gonna do that because we didn't do that. That's neither here nor there. Yeah, what we're gonna talk on is morsels, man. How you got like what? Joe, and I don't know, man, we might have had this conversation the first time you were on. You have to pardon me. I do a lot of these quests, right? What initially made you decide to do a horror anthology like this, though, per issue?
Oh God, I don't know.
All right, show's over. Joe don't know.
I've tooled around, kind of fooled around with different things. I think, Morsels was my first book. It was a collection of 8 short stories. It was kind of my portfolio type book to show people, try and maybe get me some work. And then I've just kind of tinkered with different ideas, expanding certain stories. Like that was Together Forever. It was an expansion of my first story I did, 3-page story to a 23-page story. Then I started my series that I'm doing right now. It's kind of another anthology, my Addison Grove series. And each one of those are longer stories, each one kind of set in the town of Addison Grove, but each their own kind of self-contained story. And I kind of just had this idea. I'm like, I kind of moved on from Morsels, but I really didn't. So I just kind of found a fun way to reimagine it. Each one's going to be a short story, so a little shorter than a normal length comic. But, each one's kind of its own fun little story. And I kind of, like I said, I went digest size, which I was kind of excited for. That way it's kind of a more, it's a little story, little morsel. Horror on the go.
Horror on the go, dude. What is...
Yeah.
I very much enjoyed Tagalongs. I think it was a very interesting story. What was your exact motivation for that story, man? Because there are clear lines as far as the whole rebelling, but maybe you should listen.
I'm a parent. I feel like that's what I live every day with my teens. It's they don't want to listen until they got to live the consequences, and then they're like, "Why did that happen? Why? I don't get it." It's like, "Oh, you mean the thing that I said was going to happen happened? Oh my gosh!" No. But yeah, I mean, there's a little bit of that. I think there, to write a preteen that kind of have the inspiration from home. But Tagalongs was also kind of like Together Forever. It was a 3-page story that I did with Jeremiah Sheik, who is the artist on this version too for Morsels Presents. And it was a 3-page story that we did, and I just, I as much as I loved what Jeremiah and I did with those 3 pages, I felt like it needed a little more room. It needed more, goopy, gory, gnarly zombie stuff in it. And I feel like Jeremiah really killed it with the art on that.
Some of the kills in that, man. And look, I am an avid zombie fan. I think it's something that is a great part of our culture. In I mean, whether you want to date it back to voodooism or whether you want to take the start of it with George Romero, which is what most people consider the classic zombie. Um, it's very interesting because you need to go into a whole other culture and Sophosophy powder, I think is how it's pronounced. I don't know. I can't remember how Krieger said it. Yeah, I just made an Archer reference. I love you, Kevin. Kevin Mellon, he worked on the show. That's besides the point, right? Or you go to where George Romero, started with that. And it was zombies were completely about consumerism. That's exactly what it was. It's interesting to look at how much they've changed within from them being introduced to now, you know? Because I feel like, and I don't know, maybe this is just me, I want your opinion on this. A lot of the fact of that being about consumerism and us just wanting to be a society to consume, I feel like it's been lost in a lot of things. I mean, like, and this is nothing against Robert Kirkman, I want to point out, but like Walking Dead, I think it doesn't so much go into consumerism, it goes into the fact of I guess it does in a way, but it's more the fact of like when it comes down to there's only so much, people kill one another real quick, and that was
Yeah.
more of a personal story as opposed to a consumerism story. Both great and phenomenal. Mwah.
Oh, I agree. And I think what's important is, kind of a point I hear a lot of people make is that zombies are just kind of a brilliant kind of blank canvas for multiple metaphors and multiple things that you can do. Um, and so I think that's why it's I think why Robert Kirkman, The Walking Dead was so popular and so good, why the Night of the Living Dead I feel like is still such a classic, is because sure there are ghouls, there are these things lurking in the dark or outside the house that will, are eating each other, eating the living, and will want to come in and eat you. But if you create these interesting and likable characters that you're following, it's really about the drama is what pulls you in and almost makes you. I think what helps make the zombies more terrifying, because I think if you were just walking around seeing zombies all the time, it'd get boring after a while. You're like, okay, zombie, zombie. But I feel like Night of the Living Dead, Walking Dead, all these they pull you in with the drama and make you forget the monster that's waiting outside. And so then when that's boiling point, it's just bam. Let's then you throw the zombies in and then you're like, "Oh shit, that's right. I forgot."
So clearly, this is something you thought about as far as the zombie situation. Do you have a zombie plan, Joe?
Do I have a zombie plan?
Yeah,
I
come
well,
on, dude. Look. I don't care what everybody says. That dude who ate that guy's face in Florida. They say it was bath salts. All right, why is it not happening again? If it was bath salts, that's what it really was. Why is there not another case of someone eating a dude's face and taking a clip before they had to shoot him in the head?
I,
So, with
I'll,
that
I'll tell you.
information, have a zombie plan. I'm just saying.
I mean, I have ideas. Let's put it this way: which zombies are you giving me? Because if it's a world of fast zombies, my ass is getting eaten. I'm just there's no reason to plan. I'm sorry, but
I,
if we're going Walking Dead, Night of the Living Dead type, where they're lumbering and they're coming in, then I feel like I could do all right. I've seen enough movies.
um, firstly, if Romero Walking Dead type zombies happen and we die as a species, we deserved it.
Oh, I mean, I agree.
Yeah, we
We're
deserved it
we're
because
slowly
there's
killing our whole species and
yeah,
everything around us. So
but there's no reason like those with what pop culture is with zombies that those zombies should work. They it should be a and I mean I know there'd be instances like, oh my god, that's the person I love. And yeah, that person's probably gonna kill you because you're freaking out and having a mental aspect. But to the person that's getting chased by random zombies, you're gonna be like, this dude's dead. And I hopefully have the sense to go, seen The Walking Dead? Headshot. You know, they aren't walking fast, right? I'm gonna deal with this and not die, collectively. Now I agree though, any form of runner it's I like it goes back to the reference like which Dawn of the Dead are you getting? Are you getting the original? I can deal with that. Are you getting the
mhm.
remake? We're all dead.
Oh yeah, or I mean, even that you take O'Bannon's Return of the Living Dead. I mean, headshots don't even take those guys down, so you got to nuke them. So
Let's give you an interesting one. You get Z Nation zombies, but like the final season of Z Nation zombies,
no, I
where
didn't make it towards the end. What was big about them? What?
there were they ostensibly evolved based on the area that they were in. They had, certain attributes. Like one of them was, I think, there was one that they had radiation because they were inside a reactor and it didn't
Hmm.
kill them, so they're highly irradiated. And if you touch them, guess what? Radiation poisoning. Um,
Awesome.
yeah, there were a couple that like were affected by fauna in some capacity, and it made them poisonous and that. There were a couple others, and I don't know. Like it's been a while since I watched Z Nation. I just know they had a nice little plethora for to kill you.
Gotcha. Well, they definitely had to do something different to compete with The Walking Dead.
Oh yeah,
And a lot of people talked about Z Nation. I mean, like I said, I watched some of it and I liked it. It was actually interesting to have the main or one of the main guys that's like immune to the bite somehow. Like, he's alive, but he's not.
and he was a prick. I
Well, yeah.
I think that's the way you do that though. If you want to make somebody in that situation immune, you know. So, do you want to dive deeper into zombies? Because I dug this zombie story from you, show. And then again, I'm biased, man. I love
No,
zombies.
it's funny. I mean, I've never disliked the zombie genre or subgenre. I've always, I like a good zombie movie just as much as anybody else. But it's really funny. Like at times, I'm like, is there very many interesting stories to tell with zombies? And really, I started thinking about all I've written, and I mean, I have Tagalongs. I have a couple other zombie stories I've done, and then what's really funny is I can't talk too much about it, but I actually have a trade coming out next year that is like 4 zombie stories. So I've written a ton of zombie stuff.
It's like I already did that. I just haven't announced it yet because it's not till
Yeah,
next year. All
but
right.
yeah, but they are there. It's just a lot of fun. It's interesting. Um, and what I've always loved, and I think what kind of Tagalongs has a little bit is, I as much as I love your serious stuff, I love your Shaun of the Dead. I love your like even as dumb as it is, I love Zombieland and Zombieland 2. Like just to kind of have this comedic take on the world ending and these ghouls eating each other, eating people, but it's still hilarious.
You should have watched more Z Nation, dude. There are some so common. I think there's a zombie in there that, yeah, no, there. I had to think for a minute. It'd been for a while, but they have a zombie in there that's just smoking, and I don't mean tobacco.
Awesome.
Yeah, like they got the zombie high. I mean, You
Oh
know,
no, I did see. Okay, yeah. Because it's the I have seen that because it's the old man that gets caught in the vent, right? And the zombies. It's like,
here, man, just
I,
chill. Have
yeah.
some of this, dude.
Oh man.
And
So that's what I
if it,
mean. There's so much fun to do with zombies.
what do you think is the most absurd moment in zombies you've ever seen? Because
Oh
look,
God, the
look,
most.
look, look. While you think on that, throwing the
Mhm.
can all the way through the skull, man. Come on, that was pretty. I mean, it was epic. I really appreciated the shot. It was drawn really, really well. Part of me's like,
Oh no, yeah.
like the slight head turn, but then a giggle as well, which is perfect because that's what that moment should get, dude. Achieved.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I want it to be gross, but you want to laugh at it. Yeah, I had my buddy read Tagalongs, and he's like, "Dude, I really like this, but I have one question." I was like, "What?" He's like, "Why are these guys so squishy?" Because you got you know what I mean. The beginning one with the cart, and then you've got a can going through the head. He's like, "Do they not have bones?" I'm like, "You're thinking too much into it."
It's like you put too much thought into it. It's like, well, that's typically what we do anymore as a people. We overthink the crap out of everything, which I think is something that probably affects a lot of stories negatively in the long run of things. Just people, nitpicking the crap out of absolutely everything.
Oh, I
Um,
agree.
I think people like there's that sense of disbelief, and I don't know why people are so apt to like look just the fact is why are they so squishy, dude? They're zombies. You
No,
understand? I
yeah,
just said
exactly.
like they are dead things that are alive and trying to eat brains and saying brains. And your whole problem with this whole story was why are they squishy? How about why are they like walking around trying to eat you? That's what a normal person would have asked, like, before zombies became such a pop culture thing. It's funny how, if you think about that, because imagine George Romero. I don't know, and oh my God, Joe, now I really want to look into how that pitch went with him actually trying to do Night of the Dead initially.
Yeah. There is, I
Like,
guess I'm
hold
sitting
on.
here, no, hold on. I'm going to promo something else because this is really good. I'm about halfway through this, but Partially Devoured by Daniel Kraus, Pulitzer Prize winner Daniel Kraus, by the way, now, just recently won. But his whole book is, it's kind of a semi memoir slash like just love letter to Night of the Living Dead. And the way that he actually has it broken down, which is kind of cool, like each chapter, if you will, is like the time frame of the moment in the movie that he's at. So he goes through like by minute and second, I mean, like scene by scene, and breaks it down. It's actually really good. And he's a really cool person to watch his stuff on Instagram and other things because he has I know he finished um one of Romero's last books. Um, so he's done some things in that world, and I mean, I don't know, he just knows so much about it and has such a passion, at least for Night of Living Dead.
Well, and I mean that was a great series of films, man. Romero he's one of those guys. I I don't think anyone had any kind of impact with that. I mean, Romero invented them, so it would be very difficult. But I don't think anybody really hit hard with zombies the way he did until Robert Kirkman, I would say.
Yeah, I would say Kirkman's probably has the next biggest kind of, I feel like, cultural impact, I feel like, on the subgenre for sure. Because if a lot of people say, "What's your favorite?" You know, what's your favorite zombie movie? You might get, the remake of Dawn of the Dead. You might get Shaun of the Dead, but generally, you're probably going to hear Walking Dead or one of Romero's movies, Night of the Living Dead, Dawn of the Dead, Day of the Dead. Day of the Dead, I feel like, is starting to. I don't know if reevaluated is the right way to put it, but I've definitely seen like I feel like when I was younger, that was not talked about as much. I feel like it was kind of felt like it was the bastard child of the zombies movies, and I feel like it's kind of being talked more in a positive light more recently, which is good. It's a good movie.
I mean, just Night, Dawn, and Day.
Oh
Those
yeah.
three films. That's a great trilogy as a whole, man. And I don't. I think my favorite out of that series, though, in my is just the original Dawn compared to the remake of the Dawn of the Dead. And
Hmm.
what how much is like it's crazy how much that's the same story. Holy hell, they changed it so drastically, you know? And I mean, literally, really just by doing one thing. Hey, we're gonna make the zombies run.
Yeah.
That's that's it, right? When you look at uh other horror characters, other horror entities, do you think there are other comparisons where it's you crank it up real hard like that or crank it down real soft where it's like, okay, this horror thing really is it's not a threat. Okay, this horror thing is gonna kill you. You don't like, because I wouldn't say so much that's the case with like werewolves or vampires. I mean, I know there are
Yeah.
levels, but a vampire is gonna kill you. It don't matter which one you get,
Yeah. Well,
unless you get
and
dead and loving it.
oh man. I just rewatched that not long ago. I will
Same
say,
here.
and it actually it holds up fairly well. I'm shocked. I was kind of shocked.
Uh,
Oh yeah, and what's funny? This is a side note, just because you brought that up. So the scene where I'm not gonna be able to think of his name now, but he was Jonathan Harker. But when they go in for Lucy and they stake her when she's in like uh the crypt and all the blood shoots up. I think I was told Steven Weber. Yeah, Steven Weber. Steven Weber said like either he didn't know both times it was going to shoot like that, or he didn't know it was going to do the second time. So then when he hits it again, it just sprays him. It was like his real reaction because he's just like, how much blood could be left?
makes Mel Brooks' reaction in that scene 1,000 times better.
Oh yeah.
Like, no, you need to stake her more, and then just like ducks behind as much as he
Uh
can,
huh.
fool him and because he's the director.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's lovely. But yeah, but I mean, would you say there is a horror creature in any way that has that like a zombie does?
I mean, maybe. I mean, you could maybe say slashers in the way because some slashers are just kind of following you around. Other ones are just non. You know what I mean? Can nonstop. Like you got, if you go with a um, Black Christmas, the guys. It's more of a he's stalking around. He's kind of picking them off one by one, waiting until that. What
That's the one with Goldberg,
Black Christmas?
or am I
Well, no,
thinking
I'm
of?
talking about the original one back in the day with like Margot Kidder and such. Have you seen that one? Have you seen the original?
Have not seen it, but they did do a remake with Goldberg recently.
Uh he might have been in the original. I don't know. The remake was like in the mid 2000s, I think. And then they did another remake, but it was a lot different. And that one's probably about 4 or 5, 6 years old. He could have been in the one remake.
Um,
I don't know. But the point
you
is you have. But I'm saying is like you have some slashers, especially like the old like 70s before you got into the 80s, Giallo, things like that, where they're stalking you around, they're picking people off one by one, so it feels very, I guess, subdued. And then you get into the Jason who's going to chase you. You get into the Freddy who you can't get away from because I mean you fall asleep, um, Leatherface, you know what I mean, and I think what Leatherface in particular, what was so freaking terrifying about him, or at least for me, because it kind of preyed on one of my, I feel like my nightmares that I have a lot is when you're in those situations, you just can't get out. You can't find like any place you find, you think you're safe and you're not. And I feel like, especially, I mean, they did it in the original, but especially in the remake definitely felt like as soon as they felt somebody was there to help them, you find out it's part of the family. You know, you got the sheriff, and then they get to the trailer and they're like, "Oh my God, please help me!" And they're like, "Sure, we'll help you, darling." And then you find out they drug her and they're part of the, you know, like it's just you just can't get out.
All right, so but yeah, I think you're right. Then yeah,
But yes, if you
it
get,
would be
but I
sad.
agree. If you get into vampires, I mean, vampires are vampires, and I feel like what's kind of maybe hard with them is that if you soup them up, give them too many powers, they become ridiculous. Werewolves, I feel like, are kind of the same. I feel like unless you take some of the classics and even them, they feel more like they're a time bomb. Like, oh my god, when are they going to change? Who's the werewolf? It's kind of more of a mystery. And then if you go to well, like that's such a fine line for me because like if you go too wolf like actual like wolf, you kind of lose me at werewolf movies. If you go, but then if you get into the underworlds, like I love underworld, but when it's superhero-ish, it's not as scary. um I think what's maybe zombies, what they do is that they're so, I don't want to say unassuming, but we were conditioned to think, okay, there are these slow walking guys. Okay, you could push them over if you needed to. Um, but then you get into a moment, some of these where it's like hundreds of them. Well, if there's only, if they surround you, you're screwed,
Yeah,
because you knock a few down, somebody else is going to be on top of you. And then when you got into the Dawn of the Dead remake, I mean, you're like, holy shit, these guys can run after me. Like,
that
oh my
that
God.
yeah,
Like,
that was the worst. But I'll tell you what I want you all out there to do real quick is I want you all one like check this out real quick. Our sponsor, Studio Comics. You can get a little bit off on comics. You can also click the link right down below in the description and pick yourself up some morsels. But we'll be right back. We need to restart this whole commercial because people could probably hear Pokemon in the background.
Please check out this amazing promotion that we have prepared with the questionnaire.
I'm the Unknown Factor. This right here is the obscure fragment.
Are watching this show
Yeah, I'll do editing.
with the questionnaire.
So we've edited this awesome commercial together, y'all.
90% off.
We are not giving 90% off.
No, I mean 9.
How about 20?
The only thing that you have to do is enter that code that you have right there.
9.
No, 20.
10.
How about 20?
I'm printing your comics today with Studio Comics Press.
Just use this code right here, right here, right here. Look, I put it somewhere. All right, it's probably actually right here, right here, right. It's right under your chin. It says Quest 24.
That code you gotta enter in our website, and then you will get a whipping discount of 20% in any of the items or products that we have on the website.
9.
20.
9.
20%.
9.
All right.
9.
He wants to give you 9% off. I, as well as Alfonso over there on Studio Comics, want to give you 20% off.
You can get it right there with this amazing code. Just enter it right here. Yeah, just right there. There.
Use that code over at Studio Comics to get 20% off.
Thank you very much. This is a special one for all our friends of the questionnaire.
Type in Quest 24 when you check out, man. You can figure out the percentage you'll get right then because it'll show in your order.
Yeah,
Right?
9% off.
It's 20%.
The Questionnaire, the best current comic book podcast existing around.
So happy to have Studio Comics as our very, very first sponsor. Say Studio Comics!
Studio Comics!
Don't forget to share, like, subscribe, and do all the stuff that you have to do.
I'm the Unknown Factor with the questionnaire. Make sure you check it out. Yeah, you see it? Quest 24, 20% off your comics, and I really need to put Studio Comics description or website in the description. Whatever, the Kickstarter's there for Joe. You can type in Studio Comics in Google, and real quick, it's comics with an X, right? We're talking horror characters though, and you brought up a couple things as far as werewolves and vampires and this and that. I will say, as far as you say, overbearing vampires can be very they can be, we'll go corny. You didn't say corny, but I'm gonna say corny, right? Like it can be very corny when you just start amping up vampires. But man, you ever seen the anime Hellsing?
I have not. No.
Alucard. That's a properly powered up vampire, where it's like, but he's the vampire that's like, yeah, I'm gonna be a good guy. Yeah, I'm cool with the Helsings. Yeah, no, my name's Alucard. You know what Alucard is backwards?
Dracula.
Yeah, yeah, and like they made him to where it was like not a good guy, not a bad guy. I'll eat
Mhm.
you if I have a problem with you. It was the best overpowered vampire I think I've ever seen. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
You got any thoughts like that? Because I feel with the first Morsels book, that was kind of a overpowered, scary. There's feel like there was a little touch of the thing in that book. Now you've done zombies. Do you have any intents to continue Morsels and just do something that is that level of unstoppable horror? You know, that has no problem just torturing you, but like it's a known commodity that you're gonna die unless for some reason it decides to let you go.
I have. Yeah, I think a little bit. So the next book, which is going to be with artist Kelly Williams, um, is going to be a slasher story. So we got a fun slasher we're going to do. So that one's going to be just. I want an excuse to write fun, gory slasher deaths. And Kelly, I love his art style, so I think he's going to kill it. So that's the next morsels, and then the fourth one is a lot of fun. I think I didn't set out to do this, but I just had I was too self indulgent and just had too much fun writing the script. But with Colleen Palmer is doing the art on that, and she was actually the one that did the first book in the Addison Grove series, so I brought her over to Morsels. Um, but that one is going to be kind of a nice slice of nostalgia with a set in kind of a cursed or haunted video store, and so that one's going to be a lot of fun. That she's got to kind of the main character's got multiple hurdles and maybe different creatures she's got to deal with.
Can you
Um,
make it a blockbuster legally?
it's not. It is. Well, no. I wish, but I called it Craven Video. So trying to play on Craven, but it's CRAVE apostrophe capital N video. Crave in video.
Okay. All right. All right. All right.
I wish that would be awesome to make it a blockbuster, but
Yeah, I honestly didn't know what the legality of that was because I'm pretty sure there is still one still in existence, which is
yeah.
unless they've went out of business, I honestly don't know. But I'm pretty sure there's still that one left, and I don't want. You don't need no cease and desist letters. Then again, if you did that, they might appreciate, and you might end up sending them business. So they might be like, "Hey, can we pay you to do another?" Right?
Maybe. I'll tell you, I was so tempted because they did for a short time. I feel like because I think isn't in like Kansas City. I think it's in the Midwest somewhere, but they actually set it up where, and I don't know if it was a short period of time or a continuous thing, but almost like an Airbnb or a thing where you could pay and you got to stay the night in the store. And they had like I think like a couch and TV like area, like, you know, what I mean, like 80s, 90s that you can go sit and you just had the run of the store to go get movies and go and watch them all night. I'm like, I told my wife, I was like, I need to go.
I mean, yeah, I'd be down with that, but then they'd be like, "Hey, you gotta go," and I'd be like, "Make me."
But, yeah, but I don't want to.
Right? You bake me. I don't think it's gonna go well. Because yeah, it is amazing, man. As far as that, see, you got anything like you gotta do anything that's not so violent. I think I'm starting to think that you, as a writer, Joe, just like to get artists to see if you can offend them to the point where they won't draw it. See, it's
You
your
know, I don't.
goal. You wouldn't laugh at it if it wasn't true.
I can't say that is it a written goal by any means? No, but maybe is it sitting in the back of my head? I mean, it may always be brewing back there. Like, how far can I push this person? I haven't heard no yet. And if anything, you know, it's funny. If anything, some of the things I've done, I'm like, oh, that's not too bad. The artist has probably made it gorier or more violent than what it was. So it's like, hey, let's do it. I'm good. That's great.
Yeah, in the course of running this show, which we're in our third season. I can't tell you how many quests there've been, and I'm not gonna count. As I've said previously, I never will. Um, I can't decide uh as far as just overall who seems to have the sicker mind, the writers or the artists, because they all seem to have issues. And I think that's why they make issues, because as Doug Wagner once told me, that's his therapy, right? Like the therapy is making issues about for to deal with the issues that you have. But I need a statistic. I need to like put together a psychological exam. I'm gonna send it out to a bunch of writers and a bunch of artists, and we're gonna figure out which one of y'all is crazier. And
You
then
know, my guess is it depends on the matchup, and I think when you get the really magical stuff, I think you get the really messed up writer paired with the really messed up artist. Because I think if you get a writer that's writing way out there stuff, you may have artists say, hey, no, that's beyond what I want to do. So on and so forth. Because even Carlos and Jelly, I will say, with the first Morsels and not thing, One Good Scare. I was like, hey, this is the monster that I've read about, because it's called a shirimi. It's from Japanese lore, and and so I was like, this is what.
Joe, whoa, we're having a slight technical difficulty. We're gonna fix it. Hey, I don't know what happened, but we're back. That was really weird. But you know what? That's what I get for taking the show live, Joe.
You got to roll with the bunches, right?
Amen to that. Amen to that, man. I mean, that
But
is definitely a fact. But yeah, go ahead.
but what I'm saying is, Carlos, he was like, hey, I don't want to. I'm not into anything too, gory, things like that. When I told him the idea of what the monster was, he's like, hey, I can do that. He's like, I want to kind of do it in a tasteful way, and I'm like, hey, I'm fine with that. I'm not trying to be gratuitous by any means, and we worked well together.
There was an eye on, like, why am I having issues? Hmm. Hey now, I'm, I'm,
But
I'm about to
I
blame.
wrote some pretty
Oh,
gnarly. I
oh,
feel like you
all
keep
right.
creasing. There it is.
I'm about to blame you, Joe. You hear me?
What?
Yeah, no, because it's losing your, it's losing you, it's losing your audio. What do you got? Bad internet, man? What's up? I
I
just
don't
got
think
real
so.
good internet. I'm just gonna give you hell now. That's what we're gonna do. Whatever, right? That's what it's
That's
gonna
fine.
turn.
Whatever.
It's gonna turn into the give Joe hell for the next 15 minutes, because why not? He decided to come on the questionnaire, and it's just what we do. I don't give a shit, right? It's how it rolls. I swear. Come on. And we're gonna be right back. Hey, it's live. Sometimes you got to do things real quick. Hopefully, we don't have that happen again. Look, I want to hear it. Joe, I'm sitting over here running a call, streaming a thing, doing a thing, trying to keep my brain on point so I can bug you about other things, man, right? When are you gonna write something not so bloody? Or you really just like or do you want are you wanting to hear an artist before you get out of horror, you want to get to the point where you have an artist look at you and go, dude, I'm not doing that. What is wrong with you? And then you'll start writing on horror stuff.
Maybe we could say that because I think if I get to that point, knowing the people that I work with, I'd probably be like, okay, I've gone too far. I need to stop.
Hold on.
Because most of the people that if I do something where I'm like, hey, this might be pushing to a certain point, they're like, let's do it, gung ho, I'm all in. So if they're telling me, dude, that's a little far, then maybe I need to know it's time to pitch something in My Little Ponies or something like that.
No,
So
that's when you end up on Fandango, Joe.
yeah, but I crash the app every time. That's how awful I am.
All right, y'all should go watch Joe's interview to get that reference. His first quest was fucking terrible. Oh my god, dude, why? I can't believe like it's crashing too. It really, the horror gods smiled upon you this day, Joe. They really
I know.
did. And it
Oh, I did.
because
I couldn't find it anywhere, and then I think around the same time you texted me, you're like, "Oh, hey, I found it on Fandango." I was like, "Okay." Downloaded the app. I was like, "All right, I gotta do this for him. I gotta do it." And I did. I searched it, found it. I was like, "Okay, play." And then all of a sudden, it just cut out. I'm like, "Oh, it can't be right." Go in, try it again. I'm like, "Well, is it the movie? Is it the app?" Tried another movie, and it crashed that app. But any other app works, but that one does not. So it did not want me to watch it.
I wonder if that's just because Fandango doesn't have money and the app's not updated properly, or
Probably.
which wouldn't surprise me. But I'll just be real honest. Look, Joe, I wanted to pay it forward, all right, because I ran a review show on the radio that I ran, which is the reason I'm like, yeah, um, with two other individuals, and one of them for the horror movie review show. Well, there was more than two other. There were two other individuals on a horror movie review show. I don't know how many people were. It was a lot of people within FGR. It's neither here nor there. Um, and he was like, he picked that film for one of our episodes. So
Jeez.
yeah, man, I swear I'm gonna smack him so hard in the back of the head I ever meet him. Like, I love you, Chuckles, but I will smack you for that to this day. So I just wanted to pay it forward one time. And you said you were, and I just wanted to honestly ask you, but whatever, whatever, man. The horror gods smiled upon you in a most favorable way. And I will never ask you or anyone else ever their opinion on that particular piece of, especially based on the fact that I've actually gotten to talk to someone from that area in regards to it. So it's, and and man, let me tell you, if you talk to somebody from that area of the
Uh-huh.
name of that film, they typically have opinions about that film fairly fairly quickly. You know what I mean? I mean, it literally states the name of their country. All right. Right. So what's your big go-to swing, man? Because you know that director literally got arrested. What's your go-to swing to just like balls out, the one that you're saving for that moment, but you're like, I don't want to do it yet because you know you'll end up in court.
I don't know if I quite have an idea quite yet. I don't know that I feel would be just like, oh my god, that's going to push buttons purposely, you know. Um, but a big part of that is I'm all for trying anything, at least once, and watching, certain movies, but like those types of movies aren't my cup of tea. And so I guess I kind of have the philosophy in my head of write the stories that I would want to read, or, if I were making movies, make the movie that I want to watch. So if I don't really love watching those, my mind just doesn't necessarily go to that length.
That's fair. That's fair. What's
I
up?
never say never. I'm not saying I wouldn't, but
Big Punk said, "Get with the program, Joe." Well, I take that back. Let me read that verbatim. He said, "Damn it, Joe, get with the program." That's probably just 'cause I was blaming shit on you, But
I'll tell you what. You know what? I will watch this movie if
Joe,
people going back to
I-
Kickstarter and we get to a certain point on that. How about that? It'll be like a
if you
telethon.
if you want to put yourself under that gun, Joe, I I put you under the gun as much as I could, and the horror gods smiled upon you. I will slight them no more with that particular piece of document, right? I won't. Like that footage is we will never discuss it by name again. But if you
Now, my
decide you can do that. But like are you sure you want to?
oh, do I probably? Well, it's one of those things. You got to think. It's more money in the bank. So, like, if
I
I'm going to be
mean,
like, you know what, I'm having a good day. I'm going to go watch this movie. Probably never going to happen. But if you're like, hey, here's a nice chunk of change, go watch this. Okay.
all right. What do you know? How
All right.
do you think there's another horror film that is worse than this as far as just like Jesus, just stop.
So I will say I don't know if this is. Oh, I mean, I would call it horrific, but if I don't know if I call it a horror movie, but it's on Shutter. Have you ever seen Irreversible with Monica Bellucci?
What's that about? Because I feel like I have.
So, it's been so long, but so I can't remember. But it's all told in reverse, and so it starts with like the last scene, and then cuts to the scene before, and then cuts the scene, and then goes to the scene before. So it's weird. The scene itself plays out, if I remember, like normal. It's just the story's backwards, and so it is a. I mean, there are some scenes that are like holy shit. Um, like just one of them would be you see, and they don't cut away, they don't shy away from it, but you see like a man's head caved in with a fire extinguisher. I
Yeah,
mean, and pretty
no.
brutal. But
Yeah.
and there's some other things, and but I'm telling you, there are some scenes where you're just like they don't aren't cutting away, and you're like, oh, I am so uncomfortable right now. Like,
The things that are implied in the film that we're discussing right now
mhm.
should make you want to I they should get it should I look it should give you a numerous feelings. That's the only thing I can say about it in regards to some of the stuff that they say about, and then it is the stuff they show.
Mhm.
Look, man, like Terrifier and all that. Like, no, it's just fake blood and blah 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 blah. It's not as psychologically askew, I'll put, and making it to where it Joe, don't punish yourself. But if you want to put a number on it, Joe. But if you want to put a number on it, right? You want to put a number on it, Joe. What's the number that on that Kickstarter that gets you to go torture yourself like this? And for
I
everyone out there watching, I want to, I remove myself from the entirety of this. This is Joe. This is Joe dooming himself. I, the unknown factor, had absolutely nothing to do with
All
it.
right,
Okay.
we're just it's just under $2,500. So I would say if it were to hit, I don't know, we'll go crazy because I mean, if we hit it, it's awesome, and if we don't, I don't have to watch the film. So let's say 3,500, 3,500. If it hits 3,500 before it ends on Friday morning, then I'll watch it. I will rent it, buy it, hunt it
I,
down, or whatever I have to do.
I don't want to cut that into a reel, but I feel like I need to cut that into a reel. And then be like, this is the film he's referring to. Dude, you want to torture Joe for some reason. But there's this part of me that's like, I don't even want to do that. I feel mean, man, because y'all like the horror gods of smile. I mean, at the same time, then what? The gods of cash smile on you, and the horror gods look and
Yeah.
go, should have
The
took
more,
our
yeah,
favor.
the morselscomics.com. There you go. Go right now. Whoever's on here, go get yourself a book.
And like I said, the link is in the description of the Kickstarter that is currently running. So I mean, if you're here, you can scroll down a little, you can click it right there. Look, I did that on a live show. I'm kind of like it's gonna keep on moving. I'm gonna drag you in here for a pan con at one point, and you'd be like, "This crazy son of a bitch has got 6 different people all talking at the same time." I'm like, "Yeah, I don't think I'm getting. This is how we're doing it. Screw it, man. All right." I want a morsel too, and y'all can tag along, right? That's all I'm saying. We're gonna have a whole hell of a lot of conversation, all right? You know, I mean, hey, that's the point, man. Look, we got my mic back. I got my mic back, Joe. You don't know, man. It's been a
Oh man.
long time since I made that sweet, married man of love. Take a mic. All right, now I'm getting really screwy. Let's. Jesus. Yeah, can you tell I'm happy to have my mic back? It's my mic, Joe. Man. See, you drop that down real quick. And I'm gonna make an intro for the questionnaire just like this. I'm gonna start cutting things for people's Kickstarters, right? You can go over to Kickstarter right now and check out Morsels Chapter 3. Tagalong. Jesus, Joe, what's wrong with you? For real. The link in the description. I'm gonna stop very manually my mic during the show. That was a little damn much. All right. Why is it? Wait, what? I'm moving.
See,
I'm
where'd you
moving too.
go? You started.
I'm moving too fast, and it's bad
There you are.
because I was very manual with the mic a little
See, I
too
think
much.
even the internet was like, all right, I don't like where he's going with this
it's,
mic.
it's like this is getting creepy. We are gonna like no whatever, man. Fucking I like my mic, yeah. Oh, 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 oh. So wait, all right. I guess I'll. Why you damn whore. I'm gonna blame Joe's internet connection, and I'll tell you why. Watch this, y'all. We'll be right back, real quick. No, I swear, Joe, because yeah, why? That's all. I'm just gonna. I'm doing it. Now Joe's over here blaming shit on me, saying I click balloons. We've got that fucking fixed. I don't know why Joe.
Hooray!
You know
Was
what?
it because of,
No,
I
it's
thought maybe
because you didn't watch a Serbian film, and now the questionnaire gods are annoyed with you. Right, right, and they
you just
come
gave it.
from
You just gave it away. You just gave it
they
away what the
they
movie is
they
now.
come from it's fine, man, because uh Big Punk 81, who I'm a kind of I don't know if he knows you or not, man. He said, "No way, change that promise to watching a Serbian film with your eyes open, and I'll go pledge right now." Now, I find it funny, Big Punk. We didn't say
Done.
the name of the film. We didn't say the name of the film though.
But how many films are probably talked about like this? I mean, not many.
What's the Hannibal the cannibal Holocaust? I'd say is one. Show your internet sucks. You know what? You know what? You know what? You know what? We're back. We're back live. Joe is giving me shit now, right? So I say the show is done, right? Because I can like do that at any point I want. It's kind of funny, man. I can do that shit right there. Don't make me start there. That's what I can get. Yeah, we'll get real close. We get all heads on, right?
Careful. Every time you do this is when
But
you
y'all,
freeze.
hey, what no, man? Because what they need to do right now. Let's get hands on, yeah, with a little Morsels Chapter 3, Tagalongs. The link is in the description. Yeah. And I want everybody out there to know I just want y'all to do 3 more things, right? One, go and pick a flower and smell it. Just enjoy that moment. Two, always, always get your comic on. Everybody needs a morsel. 3,